Hi, welcome. Okay, nothing
Too bad we don't know who Deadpool's mysterious client is. We could sell the bag of blisters for profit.
Just quickly running through.
Try to keep the peace around here. I know it's difficult.
Bowl of offering, the chalice. In her full glory, humble yourself before her and present a chalice pure to drink of her blessings. February 14th, 1692. Word of mouth travels fast in these parts. Others came to the grove not knowing what was what, but knowing that there is danger in staying. Me and the boy had them inside the cave in no time, pulling some logs and vines to cover the entrance. I had them all moved to the back of the cave, keeping to the shadows so that I could keep an eye out for torches coming our way. I could hear the missus trying to claim the young ones, calm the young ones, while the others kept silent. Then we waited for the day to break. I know it probably wasn't, they probably didn't think it was necessary, but I would have loved if we could at least like get a flashback or something, seeing Agatha and Lilith and Caretaker working with the Salem Coven to try to Shaw. Just like some kind of cutscene or something. Feral fiends flood downtown following katana-wielding spider menace. What? Deadpool and I look nothing alike. I've got a whole red and blue thing going on. I swing, and I don't carry a sword. I also swing, and I've got a smoking hot moneymaker. Were there any good pictures I can show my eventual grandkids? Nah, you can be Little Red Riding Hood, Grandmother, Wolf, or Woodsman, and Jameson will still think you're Spider-Man. I'm surprised that he hasn't confused me for Peter. Thanks for hating on my hater, but this conversation gets my imposter syndrome tingling. Look at the bright side. You're the best at being hated by J. Jonah Jameson. Get to you in a moment, Stormy. Ooh.
Good morning, Hunter. Got a minute to chat?
You wanted to speak, Captain America?
Please, call me Steve or Cap. I know I'm a newer kid on the block, but I'm noticing some major divisions within this team. All the interpersonal drama is pulling focus from the real danger, Lilith.
I have witnessed the divisions, and I must do a better job of resolving the conflicts at hand.
hardest lessons hit the closest to our hearts. Leading others is never straightforward or easy. It's definitely not all on your shoulders, but I respect you for taking accountability. Don't forget that you're the only one of us who's beaten Lilith and paid the ultimate price for it. You stand out here as a leader. The Midnight Suns, Strange, Carol, Tony, even me. We all look to you for our cues. It's a responsibility, and it's a tough one.
I have been a weapon all my life, to be wielded and directed by others. Leadership ability is not my forte. I would appreciate a few pointers.
Just the fact that you're willing to learn means you're on the right track.
I would benefit from your honest appraisal.
Take it step by step and build some bridges between teammates. We're all tired, but some team building might be what we need, even if it's just blowing off a little steam. Times like this, it's easy to forget we're all on the same side. You've already made the ultimate sacrifice once before. I've been there. I know what it's like to be asked to do it again and again. It doesn't get easier, but you get stronger and better at making the hard calls. I've given you a lot to process, but let's pick up this conversation again soon.
I can sense the decency behind your every decision.
Why, thank you, Hunter.
Ghost Rider's room. I never could make out that picture. But I think that's his little brother. I think that, yeah, this is Ghost Rider's room, right? Yep. On occasion, they start leaving their doors open, and you can get into their rooms. Peter calls out to you, looking trouble. Hey Hunter, got a sec? Venom has done his share of messed up stuff, but never anything like this. I know Eddie is still in there somewhere. There has to be something I can do. All is not lost, Peter. If there is a way to save your friend, we will find it. Out there, a moment of hesitation could be fatal. If Venom shields Lilith, we may have no choice but to put him down. Sorry, Pete.
Thanks, Hunter.
Caretaker's not spoken a word to me all day. It's been lovely.
Caretaker really commands a presence.
What in the...
I think I have a copy of that already.
Imagine if we hadn't caught Banner and Wanda. What if they caught us by surprise instead? I think we deserve an apology for sneaking out.
A little birdie told me you and your posse snuck out last night.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
My link with the Sanctum is weakened. I could not have predicted this outcome, but it is intriguing.
Too austere, Hoggith and Agamotto, we give thanks. Now let's get to work, shall we? Yes, I want that.
All right, let's get started.
Oh, and I was just about to binge watch my stories. This one may try to resist my invitation. I look forward to researching this artifact further. If it were up to Tony, you'd probably be stuffing that item into some machine right about now. Very impersonal.
I'm here if you need me.
It's great training with you, Hunter. You really put in the work. We need to change things up with your training. Tell me you're free to talk privately. Yeah.
Thought it might be nice to get away from the others and not talk for a change.
So we are going to fight again?
Not exactly. You've proven you can handle yourself with a sword, Hunter. But a warrior's greatest weapon is their mind. Yoga requires discipline, balance, and control. 3 things I'm hoping you've got in spades. How about we grab a couple of mats and find out?
Agatha instructed me in multiple postures from the original sutras themselves. I would be happy to show you a few techniques.
Well, I didn't exactly learn my asanas from the mall, Hunter.
Okay, Blade. Let us do this.
Was hoping you'd say that. Now sit down, relax, empty your mind. Or as Magic likes to say, pretend you're Robbie.
You know what, Hunter? You're all right. Can we talk? Yes, we can.
I was hoping we could get to know each other.
Of course. I am available to answer any questions.
So you're an open book, huh? You don't find it hard opening up to people?
It is easier to open up around those who make me feel comfortable.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Easier to read the room and see what's worth revealing.
You make it sound strategic.
Navigating relationships require a little bit of scheming.
May I ask you a question now?
By all means.
Your powers are unlike anything I have ever seen. It is incredible. Was it difficult honing them?
You flatter me. I've learned to control my powers, just like our colleagues in the Abbey. While my abilities are impressive, they can be strenuous.
How so?
Apologies, Hunter. That is something I'd like to keep to myself.
We are still establishing boundaries. There is no need to tell me right away.
Thank you for respecting them. Answers will come in due time.
Lucky for us, I am not going anywhere.
I sure hope not, prophecy killer. I think that's enough for now. Your patience will be rewarded, Hunter. Just not today.
Don't really have anything to upgrade. Therapy. Deadpool.
You know who you're talking to, right?
Do your thing.
Nico, Magic, how are they? They won't speak to me.
They're holding up, all things considered. But I wouldn't expect them to thaw anytime soon. Not when it comes to you.
I see. I understand they're still angry. I just don't want them to feel alienated from the team.
Then you shouldn't have made them feel alienated.
I know, I know. I will try and make amends. Reach out an olive branch.
Just don't expect them to take it.
I don't believe anyone can make sense of Dr. Faustus's ramblings.
I'm ready when you are. Beginning decryption sequence. Now we know what they're up to. The question is, what are we gonna do about it? This should keep someone busy.
The Wasp asked for our help in a micro investigation. There was an energy surge, the type that usually correlates with translocation in the microverse.
Sending your friends out to fight isn't the easiest choice, but we all know what we signed up for.
It raises some questions like what, where, and most importantly, why. Time to go small and investigate.
No problem.
City employees reported creepy and unnatural clanking noises during the routine checkup of the Brooklyn Bridge's maintenance tunnels, going against everything every horror movie has ever taught us.
If I had time, I'd take care of these myself, but I have been accused of hogging the ball before.
I will make short work of this.
See you soon.
Hunter, hello. Captain Marvel swears she can see threads of Dr. Faustus's plan.
I did a general mission last night. Oh crap. Okay. Actually,
Even a sorcerer supreme can't rest on his laurels.
All right then.
Hydra's mystics are trying to open one of those rifts. It probably goes without saying, but we can't have them summoning abominations from the other side.
Looks like they all have the same idea.
That's one mystic out.
I'm going for it. You can still run away. I promise we won't chase you.
We've knocked another mystic out of the ritual. Almost there.
Impressive.
Try this on for size.
Now.
You carry the responsibility of Sorcerer Supreme with great ease, Doctor.
Even the Mother of Demons is forced to rely upon hired hands occasionally.
Forever in service.
For victory!
That wasn't very nice.
Let's see how tough you are.
You're not putting up much of a fight. Coming at you! This should help.
Their time is short.
The Hunter's legend grows before our very eyes. A moment of preparation. The light shines on the most dutiful. The endless search for wealth and power with just a tinge of fascism. Hydra will never change.
Hydra Immortalis!
Hope you're ready.
For a Hydra!
All right, that hurt a bit?
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that.
Shall we get on with it?
I'm on it.
Not to brag, but I feel pretty good right now. This one's for you. Nothing personal, but I think you're out of your league here.
You've invoked the wrath.
A doctor and a powerful wizard. Impressive.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad. A gift from the ancient traditions. Bring as many as you like, it won't make a difference. I could just probe the depths of your mind. It's remarkable how well Hydra manages to attract new recruits despite decades of ineptitude. Just what this battle requires.
Late to run now.
I hope the people of New York know how lucky they are to have us.
That didn't work out how I wanted it.
Shoot up here! It's not over yet, but it will be if this keeps up. I'll handle it!
Oh! Dibs on the biggest Hydra goon!
You were too weak for this fight.
We've done it.
Yeah, I know. That kind of sucked. Did we do book club before? I think we did. No.
A few of us are meeting up tonight. It's a book club. You're probably busy, but if not, the others said I should invite you.
A book club?
Yeah, I didn't figure the great and powerful Hunter would be into a book club.
Is a book club some form of weapon? Do you strike with the spine?
You hear that? That's the sound of Agatha rolling in her grave. Book clubs are simple. You read books and talk about them. Sometimes there's punch. Anyway, I'm headed to the meeting. I doubt it's your thing, but if you're interested, you could tag along.
After you.
Okay then.
I know about as much as you. Blade put this together. He's the person to ask.
Blade's giving you the stink eye. Or maybe he doesn't like the punch. Either way, I think he wants to speak with you.
Here's how this works. We pick out a book, we read the book, and then next meeting we talk about the book. It's my turn to pick, so give me a minute. I need to narrow it down.
What kind of book is a book club book?
The good ones, that's the plan at least.
What is the best book you have read so far?
None.
You have not read any books, but you are starting a book club?
Hunter, I've read half the books in the library. I have too many favorites to list. I meant I have no book club favorites yet.
Did you already talk about today's book?
Well, no, there isn't one for today.
You are being evasive, and I do not know why.
This is technically our first meeting.
Oh, I thought this was a regular thing you did.
Yeah, I want it to be. Doesn't matter how sharp your weapons are if your mind is as dull as a brick. Just give me some space. I need to find the right book if I'm going to. I need to pick the right book, okay?
All right.
This is the first book club I've been to that didn't devolve into a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Must have been some book club.
A few years back, Bruce and Tony started an Avengers literature circle. First book chosen was Banner's favorite. Tony hated it. Said it was the worst poetry he'd ever read. That a mascara-blinded lab monkey could have written it better. I still don't know what that means. Turned out, it wasn't Banner's favorite book. It was Hulk's.
Oh no.
We lost 2 floors of Avengers Tower before he calmed down.
What happened next?
Black Widow invoked the "this is why we can't have nice things" rule and banned book clubs from meeting at the tower.
I hope I have time for this. I used to be in one of these with my friend Jess, but it fell apart.
What happened?
I got reassigned, she had a kid, aliens invaded, the usual.
Aliens?
Yeah, it's been a busy decade.
Speaking of Jess, Spider-Woman would have been good in this game.
All right, I made my decision.
So what is it going to be?
The first book we'll read for book club will be The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Ooh, a classic.
Yep, that's an old book.
Way older than The Hunter.
Ah, The Art of War. I read that when I was 12.
Well, then you could reread it. See if you gain a new perspective. Our time is tight, I get it. But stop by the library and read the book before the next meeting. But I hope you read the whole thing. This book is one of my favorites.
The katana gave that away.
Yeah, I'm always around if you want to chat about it.
I'll save it for the next book club.
I could chat about it.
Nah, I'm good.
What did you think of the meeting?
Seems like a great way to get to know each other.
What do you think about Blade's choice of book?
It got me thinking about a book I can choose. It'll have to be a good one to match Blade's pick.
See you later.
Next time, then.
I admit, I like the low-pressure approach we're taking to book club. These things should be fun and informative. Not the high-stakes powder keg of the Stark and Banner book club regime.
I think that went well. Carol seemed to enjoy herself. What do you think?
Blade, did you start a book club so Carol would join it?
No. Yes. Sort of. We were talking about books, and I may have suggested the two of us read a book and talk about it. Captain America overheard and expressed interest. Carol said I was starting a book club, and he asked if he could join.
Then what?
What was I supposed to do? Say no to Captain America?
Knowledge is the key to a person's heart.
You think?
It might be the key to Carol's heart.
The key to mine is a silver stake, so you got the better end of the deal. Glad you came, Hunter, but don't forget to do the reading.
All right, I will.
I'm not kidding.
Why, hello, Hunter.
Can't hurt to warm up on Hydra's flunkies. You've got an endless supply of practice dummies to beat on.
Good to see you, Hunter.
Hey, the mission's not over until we all breathe a sigh of relief. Okay, what's the next mission?
We are going to go on the next mission, which will be a story mission. Peter, Robbie, I heard you talking. Forget about it. It's not happening. Wow, man, that hurts. It was only daydreaming. No chance that we'd find a 3-bedroom we could afford. I don't think he's talking about our roommating plan. Wouldn't it be cool if Deadpool was a Midnight Sun fever dream? Ain't happening. Why? I thought you had a blast with him. You were cute together, like two katana buddies. I can't focus with his stream of consciousness in my ear. Ruins all the fun. So, he's your competition? Oh my god, I was kidding. He actually blocked me. Art of War, always find in the library. Read the book, that is all. You don't want to be pet? Nope. Do you ever wonder what life would have been if all of this wasn't forced on you? You could be out there having fun, making friends, living a normal life. Maybe so, but if we lived normal lives, we would never have met. If I can't have a normal life, but I can protect the normal lives of countless others, then that is a sacrifice I'm honored to make. I like block. Sorry, Nico. But I'll make it up to you.
Ah, thanks, Hunter.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Fine, you build it, I'll show you how to train with it. But tell that vampire we're doing things my way this time. Okay. Resources. I should just do that one, right? I want that one. So.
All right, let's get started. Don't forget to write.
Doc, where did you leave my screwdriver, the good one? I have no clue. Right, we have two of you now, Dr. Spooky and Dr. Spooky 2.0. Dr. Spooky Jr. and Senior, Dr. Spooky Next Gen, Dr. Strange and Dr. Morbius. Nah, I'll think of something. I don't need to do that right now. Okay. This is required for the next mission. What is the next story mission? That'd be... that one? I think it's that one. Yeah, I think it's that one. I think I already used blade once. So. Yeah, you can take it. Who am I gonna take with me then?
You know what they say about practice?
Nah, I took him on the general, so I should keep him safe for the time being. I'll take him.
You know I know magic, right?
Sorry. It's hard to decide. I'll take him.
Guess we could help each other out.
All right, then.
Oh, wait. got over here?
All taken care of.
The mysterious clinking noises lead Mobius to a vampire trapped in one of the maintenance ducts. With the confidence of a soon-to-be-dead protagonist, Mobius staked the vampire, which unclogged the flood of vampires. It was a long, long, long day, but that's all I'm going to say, summarized Mobius. The gamma radiation shift was to our advantage for a change. Hostile Arthrosian scouts were continuously trying to teleport through the microverse, but the shift affected teleportation and left many injured, dead, or worse. Poor bastards, we should probably get them help and kick them out. But first, we need to stop anyone else from sneaking in, said the Wasp. Ghost Rider helped Van Dyne set up a strong barrier, and she promised to keep a lookout for any of Lilith's or Hydra's influences on a small scale.
I'm here if you need me.
Okay, now we can go.
Any progress on the journal?
If by progress you mean genetic experimentation recipes, demonic incantations, and what Strange here thinks is some sort of, wait for it, Lilith fanfiction Faustus wrote in a 10,000-year-old dead language...
Ancient Atlantean.
Then sure. Tons.
I actually speak a little Atlantean.
Tio mile oth ep isif?
But I did find this.
A hole?
We think it's a shipping facility. Or smuggling. Faustus may have been a demented loon, but the man kept some pretty detailed records.
Possibly for stealing. From me.
Via the hole.
Let me guess. That's why I'm here.
Well, given the nocturnal and clandestine nature of this operation, as well as your experience in dealing with subterranean affairs...
I'll bet. Ever wonder why you people only come to me for the dirty work?
Because you are a vampire? You sleep in the actual dirt? Or a coffin?
I mean, there's sort of a point buried in there. Sorry.
Let's go. I don't want to sound like a diva, but just once, I would like a mission on a tropical beach.
Checking out a big dark hole in the ground does not excite you?
Been there before. The thrill wears off pretty quick.
Sheesh. If that was practice, I can't wait to see you unleash on Lilith.
Step through portal.
Combing through Faustus's twisted ramblings wasn't the easiest job in the world, but Captain Marvel did manage to find a spot of particular interest to the late Doctor. Judging by the Hydra activity we've picked up in the area, I'd say she's on to something.
Carol never fails to impress.
Yeah, Steve is beefy. So is Deadpool. Deadpool's very beefy too.
Big hole.
Big horde of Hydra.
Think we finally found out how they're smuggling artifacts out of the sanctum.
Good. Then there must be a way to smuggle ourselves inside. Let me guess. Stealth not your style?
I'm a vampire, remember? We invented stealth.
You might want to tell that to them.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
No argument here.
If you're done showing off, why don't we move on Hydra and put an end to their artifact smuggling operation for good?
No problem.
Hail that!
No time to hesitate.
Yeah, we just did that. Stop coming back and this won't happen.
I hit Nico, Blaze, and Nico. Okay, I can risk that.
Let's try this.
Although I didn't want Nico to be the one to hit that. I wanted Hunter.
Hydra Immortalis! Engaging target! Lucky shot.
Now I owe you one.
You're in trouble now.
Additional Hydra forces en route. Get ready.
According to our thermal scans, this hole branches from here across the entire city. What the hell was Faustus doing down here?
You would have to ask Crossbones.
I'm just following orders.
Blink, you'll miss it.
Just be careful you do not string together the wrong phrase.
Watch closely.
Maybe you should teach me that one.
And don't come back.
Hydra's in control of the situation. We're all gonna You're gonna remember me.
Looks like they have got help.
Hydra has always sought power from the occult, but this feels different. It's one thing to steal artifacts, but this entire setup feels like distribution center. But distribution to where?
If my mother is involved, nowhere good.
Then I'm betting it somehow involves Banner.
I'll give it a whirl.
I think you got him.
That's not gonna kill him.
Time to bleed. Getting better every day.
That's the last of them. Well done.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Better not be a Fire Dragoon lair. Hydra's been busy.
Whatever the hell they're doing down here. It smells wicked. Remind you of something?
The Sanctum. Back door?
Gonna say yes.
We serve our mother. We await the return of the midnight sun. We hate interlopers and their little brains.
I would have preferred the Fire Dragoon.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down. Fairly certain we found out how Hydra is getting the artifacts out of the Sanctum. I'm also fairly certain that I hate this guy. Let's see if we can't shut him up.
Come closer, little vampire. Feed our eternal hunger with your eternal blood. We shall feast upon your brain forever.
Can honestly say I've never heard that one before.
Let us see if they have an answer for this. is time. Tell us what you know, fiend.
Delay our meal. We are too strong for you. Stop your struggling.
We're gonna go after her.
Ugh, I can't get out of this.
Suddenly it smells like spoiled milk around here.
That door of his may be our best bet at getting through to the Sanctum, and finally taking the fight to Lilith.
Smells like fresh meat. Surface meat. So much better than sewer meat. Sweet surface meat.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll let us through if we just ask nicely.
Soon we eat. No more calling.
Pain would be bearable if only he would stop talking. It's hard for an amorphous pseudo-human. Hydra would make a far easier meal than us, monster.
Yes, but underneath their crunchy shell, the meat is spoiled. Mother's blood makes them stronger, but sours the flavor. Too much gamma for our liking.
Well, that took me off my lunch.
You were never strong enough to face me.
Time to get serious.
You are a force to be reckoned with.
Mother tells us to hurry. Support units on the move.
There is no end to Hydra's reinforcements, even down here in the sewers. Illness there is way, but venom is the priority.
Yes. Food should not play with other food, especially when we are hungry.
Consider it done.
We've done it. Excellent work.
It is all coming back to me.
Hey, Van Helsing! If you're gonna do something, now's the time!
Hang on, Dracula. This one's gonna hurt! Purge that monstrosity! Now!
Damn.
Light within the darkness.
Return to me, child.
Must not heed the call.
You cannot escape our destiny.
I thought Venom's breath was bad.
It is.
Oh, you know I'm kidding, don't you, Charlie? How long was I out?
Days.
What happened?
Before or after you exploded?
The collar.
Still intact. Though, I'll admit, when Agatha and I first made it for you, we didn't anticipate the need to withstand alien energy.
Felt like more than that. As if...
Thankfully, the Venom creature didn't seem to like it either. Ran off through that gate of his, which is why Blade was able to get you home.
Next time I will send that thing straight into the abyss.
Next time, there will be no next time. I know I've been pushing things hard. Pushing you.
That's what you do?
Maybe not on this one. At least until we find a way to counteract the volatile effect of these compounding alien and mystic energies. Which reminds me, Strange and Stark have been chomping at the bit to come see you. Which, of course, I would not allow.
Hope you were not too rough on them.
Me? Of course not. Though I can't speak for Charlie. Still, wouldn't hurt to show your face around here when you're ready. People are starting to worry.
Tell me about it.
Talk to you in a bit, Nico.
And you are certain it will hold?
We wouldn't be standing here if I wasn't. You two focus on the creature. I will worry about the collar.
Haven't really seen Blade since he got back from the sewer.
Carrying Hunter home on his back.
He's still outside. Being extra broody. Maybe you should talk with him.
Good idea. I'll go with you if you like.
All I'm saying is the tower's lost. We're no closer to breaking through Slimerama's sanctum shield, and our exalted chosen one just woke up and is listening to our every word. It's great to see you on your feet again, boss.
You were asleep for a long time. You must have been having some killer dreams. I hear Venom is still on the loose.
He is, but I do not think he will be a problem for us any longer.
That's curious. Everyone sees Venom as a problem. Even before he was under Lilith's control, I'm sure he was on some Avengers watch list.
What are you getting at?
Venom knows he's done wrong. He's tried. He's trying to reform. But it is often hard for people with marks on their record to get a fresh start.
This is not just about Venom, is it?
Am I that transparent? Yes, it is no secret that I have explored some, let's say, morally grey waters. I could have drowned there if people like Spider-Man or Blade hadn't thrown me a lifesaver.
Very well. If given the chance, I will give Venom a second chance. But he has to want to be saved.
That is all I ask.
Where is Blade?
Outside, I think. Perched by that mausoleum, like the gargoyle he is.
Yo, Hunter. Blade is outside by the mausoleum. You should thank him for saving you.
Just FYI, he seems a little shaken up. Yeah, you should go check up on him.
Least you can do.
Heard about the explosion, Hunter. No shame in it. We've all been caught by a boom before. Did Eddie Brock make it out? He likes to try and kill me, but I think that's just his language of love.
Was that the... You're one tough cookie, Hunter. Biscotti level tough.
Biscotti?
Teeth-breaking Tony kind of cookie.
If only I was more teeth-breaking with Venom.
Yeah, not your best moment, but it wasn't a total bust. We learned that it takes more than an energy blast straight from hell to wipe you out.
True.
And that Blade? He's an asset.
I owe him my life.
Yeah, he gets 5 stars from me. And ass-kicking abilities aside, he's pretty on point with his movie references. Outside the mission stuff, I gotta say, I had my doubts about Blade. The brooding vibe, the sunglasses indoors, his lack of preference between a Chicago style versus New York, which is just plain wrong. But the more I see him in action, the more I think he might be an okay dude.
You definitely left a mark on him as well. He is quite impressed with your capabilities.
Well, let him know. The feeling is 100% mutual. Happy to have him on the team. Anyway, I wanted to ask how you were, and it turned into a full-blown cooler talk. Better get back to work before the boss notices. Catch you later.
We're missing something, Hunter. And the frustrating thing is it's happening right in front of us.
Where?
The Sanctum is filthy with Hydra. Too many of them. It wouldn't take many guards to secure the building. So the question is, what else are they doing in there?
There is only one way to find out for sure. And to do that, we need to get inside.
That's not going to happen until we get a sample from Venom.
Our list of problems continues to grow longer.
Well, we're not here for the easy stuff.
Caretaker, are you all right?
That's what I wanted to ask you. I know you're on your feet and seem fine after that explosion with Venom. But I know all too well from experience that sometimes the worst injuries are not visible to the naked eye. So, please tell me, Hunter, are you actually as fine as you seem this morning? Or should I be worried?
No, Caretaker, I am not. My collar, the explosion, it cracked it.
Cracked?
Yes.
I feared this would happen. Venom was filled with your mother's power. It would be naive to think it couldn't fracture even our best defenses against her. Ugh. At least cracked doesn't mean broken. Not yet, at least. You will have to work doubly hard to rein in your darkness. Your actions and words mean more than ever now. Make sure you use them with integrity.
I understand.
Yeah, well, I guess I should stop fussing over you and go see what horrors Hydra has in store for us today. As you were, Hunter.
I hear I owe you my thanks.
You know, when you were resurrected, I was sure you wouldn't be able to overcome the darkness inside you.
What do you think now?
I'm beginning to think I was right. You are your mother's kid, all right. No escaping that.
I know who my mother is, and I know what that means for me, but I assure you, I am working hard to resist her.
Just keep being as honest with yourself as you're being with me right now, Hunter, and you might just have a chance. Might.
Just what do you think you saw?
You're telling me you don't remember what happened after that blast? Because that was some messed up shit.
Tell me.
You were crying out for your mother. Calling out her name like a lost kid at a theme park while all this crazy-ass dark energy was swirling around your body, almost taking it over. I was so sure you were about to fall that I didn't leave your side. Surprised you came to with the light still in your eyes.
I feel fortunate to have you looking out for me, Daywalker.
You and I, we share the same burden of bad, and that's some heavy shit to carry. I want you to know, you don't have to carry it alone.
I would appreciate you not sharing what you witnessed with the rest of the team.
I don't plan to. It's not mine to share. I'll leave that to you.
All I'm saying is that it's never a good thing when the prophesied savior of yore blows up.
Yes, the Venom creature's alien nature continues to plague all of us.
I've seen you take on a Skrull army, hurl Thanos into a moon, make Galactus smile. They're all aliens too, last I checked. Something else is going on here, and you know it. We just gotta find out what and why. Still with me, oh magnificent one?
Yes, I'm simply silently agreeing with you.
Oh, whoa, wait, you what? Wow. I got nothing.
I know your ears must be ringing, Hunter, but if you feel up to it, I'd like to check in. I'm sure I'm not the first person to inquire on this fine morning, but seeing as how you did explode in what I might describe as a most spectacular fashion, any side effects I should know about? Headache, blurred vision, the urge to murder us all?
Something did happen that I would consider a side effect.
There's no need to be coy, Hunter. I've seen my fair share of embarrassing side effects. Unwanted hair growth, growing third eyes, uncontrollable flagellation. Nothing shocks me anymore, except for Tony's night terrors and chronic bedwetting. But in all seriousness, I hope you feel comfortable enough to disclose any medical conditions you may be experiencing now. We can't in good conscience send you back into battle against Hydra if you're not in tip-top condition.
My collar. I am afraid the explosion cracked it.
Cracked? How big is this crack?
Minor. Almost undetectable.
A small fissure should not be a problem. Your collar is made of tough stuff. Almost as tough as you. But if you see it expanding even a millimeter, you must, and I mean must, come to me immediately.
Absolutely. You have my word, Doctor.
Is there anything else I can help you with? Any burning philosophical questions about the universe you need answering?
Are you worried about what is happening to the Sanctum?
I try to keep those thoughts roped away from my own sanity. I am deathly afraid of what Lilith is doing in there. I don't think she hijacked my home just so she could rifle through my sock drawers.
How do you do it?
Do what?
Balance both light and dark magic without becoming overwhelmed with one or the other.
Yes, I am rather well-rounded in my magical gifts, aren't I? I suppose I see magic as a tool. I use magic, but it doesn't use me. Just remember, you don't need to go pure dark or pure light unless you want to. There is room for everyone's own unique path.
Do you really think we will be able to halt the prophecy?
Halt? No, unfortunately not. Prophecies are stubborn things.
So you do not believe I can change mine?
Anything we do would be like dropping a rock in a stream. We might stop it or divert it for a bit, but the relief would only be temporary. This prophecy will come true, one way or another.
I should take my leave. There is much to do.
Yes, there is. Just don't push yourself too hard. You are, after all, still part human.
Glad to see you back on your feet again. Strange and I tried to stop by for a little house call while you were out, but turns out your dog is part flamethrower.
She is very protective.
That's one word for it. Listen, I know you're probably hearing all sorts of comments after your last tango with Venom. For what it's worth, we both just wanted to say that we don't think you should get within 50 light years of that thing until we sort out what the hell's going on between you two.
I know what answer he likes, but kind of role-playing, so...
Now you sound like Caretaker.
Now, if I was Caretaker, I would work in some life lesson about fighting a four-headed Wendigo while shooting fire from my eyes. I'm just stating the facts.
Which are?
that you and this monster don't mix very well. Seeing as how he seems to have swallowed half the city, I think we're going to have to do something about that if we're going to stop Lilith and save the world.
You have a point.
Look, Strange and I have been studying pieces of that symbiote ever since this nightmare began. Problem is, the further they get from the source, the more their molecular structure changes, which basically renders them useless to us. In zombie movie terms, I need a sample from Patient Zero. The old slimeball himself.
Venom.
Or Eddie, if you talk to Peter. Either way, that's our guy. We get a sample from him, somehow maintain its molecular integrity long enough for Strange and I to poke around at it, and, well, we're in business.
To do what exactly?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we could try and solve that you exploding when you fight him problem for starters, then go from there.
I like the sound of that.
Good. Calling it my symbiote sampler for now. Hey, I ran out of acronyms, okay? Stage 1 in stopping our symbiote nightmare once and for all. Meet me over by ye old anvil over there and we can get started. Oh, you're not afraid of needles, right?
Needles?
Forget I asked.
A successful collaboration.
Bova always said that we must heal the mind first and the body will follow. Perhaps I should visit her when this is all over.
All right, let's get started.
Oh, and I was just about to binge watch my stories. I command thee, open! I know exactly where this goes. Always a pleasure.
Going to save. And then okay, I'm meeting with Nico.
I should have guessed.
Guessed what?
That you wanted to show me another movie.
Not just another movie, my favorite movie. It's something I make all my friends watch with me.
So this movie is like a rite of passage you put people through?
Basically. Some of my friends might even say it's a form of torture.
The man on the screen certainly looks tortured. Why is she wearing that hideous red dress?
Ugh, you're tearing me apart, Hunter. Pay attention.
It is a bit difficult. This movie is rather terrible.
It's called Camp, Hunter. It's supposed to be a little bad, but in a good way. Besides, it's a cult classic. Kinda like you.
I will try and take that as a compliment.
You're really starting to fit in with the rest of us, you know? We might just make a midnight sun out of you yet.
Let me look at the table before going out to the yard. Okay, I have a general mission, basically.
What you did was risky, and it paid off. But don't worry us like that.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair.
Ooh, things are muddy.
All right then.
Okay, let me choose someone. Who am I going to take? I've already upgraded her.
Well, you know what they say about practice, right?
I'm going to take you. Because I need you for the next story mission.
Do your thing.
Okay. Let me save again and drop out just so I'm sure that the game doesn't crash because things are muddy. And when that usually happens, the game is chugging on the PS4. All right. Get through this so we can get to the next story mission.
show them what happens when you mess with the Midnight Suns?
It will be done.
Follow my lead. Just what this battle requires.
Look to the skies.
Leave some for the rest of us.
The forces of nature.
I am impressed.
Are you prepared? Face your end. Everything appears to be going according to plan.
Watch and learn.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Prepare yourselves. Even a sorcerer supreme has room to grow. Let's give it a go.
You chose this path. Now you must follow it.
We are doing well so far.
Let me show you the way. This should aid me in my fight. Now you've done it.
And a powerful wizard. Impressive.
I will deliver you out of
Not last much longer at this rate.
I will show you true power.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Hopefully they learned their lesson, but we all know that's wishful thinking.
Join a hangout.
I hydrate. Blood is mostly water.
Hey, Hunter.
One step closer to the parchment. One step closer to putting Lilith down for the count.
What are you offering me?
Sup, Ancient One?
I fear Miss Minoru is her own worst enemy.
How so?
She tries to take charge of the Midnight Suns, but she won't decide for anyone. For her, it must be a consensus before she trusts herself to move forward.
So? Most of us are blind to our faults. At least Nico is aware of hers.
Are you saying you could recognize your own tendencies towards self-destruction?
I rely on my companions to reveal what I cannot perceive.
Interesting. Should they ever present themselves, I shall.
Do you like chimes, Mr. Strange? I don't know. I think you might.
Let's endeavor to meet again soon.
Go to bed. After changing, because I've worn that for a while now. Sure, why not? I hate that.
Hunter, are you alright? I was so worried.
Here to gloat, Mother?
Quite the opposite. I was concerned. I could not sense you after...
Your pet monster nearly destroyed me.
An unintended and unforeseen consequence of your continued assault against me. The mystical energies within our blood do not always mix well with off-worlders. But neither do the wards of your pretentious sorcerer. The venom creature is a calculated but necessary risk.
Risk? I thought he was your precious child. Be careful, Mother. You are starting to sound like Sarah.
You misunderstand me. Loving such a creature is the risk. But I do. As I love all my children. In truth, I adore Venom for the weakness he exposed in Sarah's shackle.
My collar?
Every revolution of self starts with the tiniest of rifts. An ever so slight splinter in the glass. A hanging thread begging to be pulled until it unravels. All. You should be celebrating. That crack is the beginning of your emancipation from my sister's control. She keeps you collared because she fears you. They all do. Sarah wants to hold you back from realizing your full potential, the way she tried to hold me back centuries ago.
I am my own being. Not Sarah's puppet, not yours.
Then prove it. Tear off your collar. Become your true self. My poor precious child. I wonder if you even could. Once you're unshackled, you will finally be free to be yourself.
And who is that? Answer me!
The hunter may have wrung the demon juice out of Venom, but that is still a threat. That thing is a guy named Eddie Brock. He is not entirely in control of himself. Kind of figured that you would sympathize. If I was that out of control, I would want someone to take care of the problem before I hurt someone. I once wore the symbiote that makes Eddie Venom. Would you have taken care of me? All I'm saying is that you can't expect every monster to walk into the light. No, but you can fight like hell to give them that choice. Man, this world does not deserve you, Peter. Guess that's why we're stuck with him. Doop. I missed the other message. Some of you may not have fought in the sewers before. If so, here are some helpful advice about what to do with the gear you brought there and back. 1. Toss it. I don't want to get into the sheer amount of nasty you brought with you, but if you don't toss it, I have some informative yet disgusting pictures to share. Doesn't matter if you have a healing factor, the rest of us don't. If despite all of that, you can't or won't toss it, 2. Wash it. Use as powerful a disinfectant as you can find, then wash it again. You want to do it 5 times before you even consider using it again. Until that 5th wash, if you treat it like you just dropped it in raw sewage. After that, if it's still not clean, 3. Toss it. Nothing's going to get the stink out of that memento you once held so dear. If it meant that much to you, let me ask you the single rhetorical question. Why the hell did you bring it into the sewer? Hashtag Blade Facts. Yeah, go on. OCD Blade is at it again. No, it's great. I wish I had known this when I was living under the La Brea tar pits. let's do those now since I know what I'm going to do next. So let's go to Strange.
Ah, this is exactly what I needed. A chance to quiet my cluttered mind and just be.
What thoughts clutter your mind, Doctor?
Ever since the Sanctum was lost, I felt a bit adrift. Lost in a cosmic sea in which I've lost my ability to navigate. I've been giving a lot of thought to the direction my life will take if we survive your mother's apocalypse, but who am I if I'm not Sorcerer Supreme?
A man in a fabulous cape, that is what?
Ah, yes, but a man in a fabulous cape doing what with their life, that's the question.
Perhaps this is what you should meditate on.
Yes, that's a bright idea. Thank you for still having faith in me, even when I've lost faith in myself. You are proving to be a most unexpected friend.
Yeah, let's do Night.
Good girl, Charlie.
Hunter, we have finished the symbiote sampling device. Come to the forge to have a look.
Peter, what's wrong? Stark and Strange are deciding what to do about Eddie. You think they'd ask, you know, the only guy who gets what Eddie's going through.
That sucks, dude. You okay?
I'm fine. It's Eddie I'm worried about, as well as the rest of you. But I guess I'm not qualified to handle this because I'm not an Avenger.
Men that powerful think they have all the answers.
Well, they're making a big mistake leaving the Venom expert out of their plan to stop Venom. I know how to get through to him, and how to keep him from hurting anyone. I'd never forgive myself if that happened.
You tell him, Peter.
Maybe I will.
Craft a rare ability.
Thanks, Hunter.
Hunter.
Deadpool likes both of these things. I'm taking both.
Hey, boss. I got something for you.
Perhaps next time you can show me some of the places Caretaker prefers to keep private. Like the secret library in the Belfry? Our time together...
Stick him with the pointy N, and then you'll probably want to run like hell. Okay. Let's see over here. I know I want third combat item slot. There was something else. I get the combat slot.
All right, let's get started. Here you are, Hunter. One symbiote sampler, hot off the old demonic presses.
That is not what I expected.
Yes, I for one am not going anywhere near that thing.
You're a doctor. Don't tell me you're afraid of a little needle.
That is most certainly not a needle.
Well, you say tomato, I say one gamma-infused arc-powered laser tomato. Either way, we're good to go. Now we just have to get close enough to Venom to use it.
And I suppose you have a plan for that, too?
Actually, I don't. Been too busy wrangling our friendly Forge demon while ignoring Strange's advice in order to build a one-of-a-kind gamma-powered symbiote extractor that burns hot enough to pierce the sun. But basically, we just need to stick the pointy end in him and let the device do the rest. Once we jab that thing, the symbiote will be extracted and stored within the chamber. The fluid inside should maintain the sample's molecular integrity indefinitely. I based it on the saliva he left on you during that last round.
I see. And does Spider-Man, Peter, think it will actually work?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I've kind of been keeping him out of the loop on this one. Look, Peter's a great kid, with a big heart. He looks at Venom and he doesn't see the same mucus monster we do. All he sees is Eddie Brock. From what he's told me, the two of them weren't exactly best friends before the symbiote got thrown into the mix. But that doesn't matter to Peter. It's not going to be easy to get that sample. We'll have to get real close. I know Peter would give anything, including his own life, to save Eddie. Guess I just don't want to see him distracted when the time comes. Look what happened to me with Bruce.
Venom is not Banner, Tony. And Peter is not you.
Well, that's the point. I look at Peter and I see, well, maybe the person I could have been if I didn't let money, fame, and my dad's war profiteering get the best of me. Maybe I just want to keep the kid a kid for as long as possible.
Tony.
End of the day, we gotta find Venom first before any of this matters. Given his symbiote is happily sliming its way across the 5 boroughs, it's gonna be hard getting any kind of reading on him with conventional means, as in the non-demonically possessed kind. Thankfully, there's always Auntie Caretaker and her magic mirror. I'd check in with her. Talk to you soon, Hunter.
This should be useful. This will do nicely.
I want to ask Bruce for help.
We've lost people before. Never gets easy.
Allow us to assist you. So, do you have much experience with smithing? Perhaps you should put your suit on for this.
Where do you think I got the suit, Doc?
I assume through some sort of elaborate computer-aided precision manufacturing process.
Well, that's how it is now, sure, but the very first one I hammered out with my own 2 hands.
Oh, that seems improbable.
You're a wizard. All right, now we're talking.
Remind me not to ask you about anything ever.
See you, Hunter.
Hey, look who's awake.
How are you, Peter?
You tell me, Hunter. I'm out of the loop on everything. They're off discussing what to do about Venom, and no one has said a word to me about it.
I apologize if you were left out of the loop on this, Peter. If it is any consolation, I do not think it was meant to be malicious.
Everyone's as freaked out as I am. They just bury it way down deep and then walk around like they've got something stuck in their armor.
There is no one better suited for a mission against Venom than you.
I know, I should be doing something, because right now I feel kinda useless. Maybe I'll use the forge to bake a loaf of sourdough. Really get in Stark's way until he notices me.
If you want Stark to pay attention to you, there are better ways to make your point than making bread.
Well, I was kidding about that, but if you have suggestions...
Just walk up to him and suggest a way to help.
Okay, you've made your point. Fine. Maybe I'll speak up.
Excellent.
Just give me a bit. I'm a little rusty. The Sinister Six caused me to miss out on my speech class final.
I bit my tongue once. Thankfully, it grows back.
Who am I going to take along with me on... And now I'm going...
I still say we should have built a firing range first.
No, okay. I might just take Strange again, or maybe Carol. Maybe Carol.
My lucky day, huh?
Nah,
Let's do it.
I don't want to change her thing.
Let's see if you're as good as they say.
So I'll just do magic, even though I'm not going to take her.
Peace.
Who else is gone? Strangest stuff.
Hunter? I see Tony showed you his new toy.
He did.
He is so in love with his toys. I don't suppose he's given much thought as to who should get close enough to Venom to use it.
If anyone understands Venom, it is Peter. He might be a good candidate for this mission. The ability to put ourselves in our enemy's shoes can tell us where they have been and where they are going.
Peter. Interesting. His innate humanity and unwavering empathy for Eddie Brock's plight could make him an ideal candidate. This won't be figured out right now, but we should decide something soon. Time is of the essence. But I suppose you know that better than anyone. We will talk again soon.
There it is. The creature.
And pretty much the entire Hydra offensive.
No doubt stealing more of the priceless and, did I mention, extremely powerful artifacts housed within the sanctum.
I don't think so. They're fortifying a position here.
You're right.
We're never gonna get close enough to get a symbiote sample.
Oh, I wouldn't say never. Venom problem? No problem.
Wow, you got some serious range on that old Spidey sense, kid.
Or he got my text.
Either way, I'm your guy. Come on, team. I got an idea. Anyone? Definitely should have practiced that more in the mirror.
Sorry, kid. Can't risk a field trip on this one.
Yeah, 'cause you all have so much experience fighting Venom.
Spider-Man's cunning has proven to far exceed his years. In battle, not the talking.
Don't see any of us muscling in when the Mandarin's in town.
Okay, fine. I get it. What's the plan, Spider-Man?
Now that I think about it, we're going to take Iron Man.
Listen, I'm not a control freak. If you have any good ideas on this mission, I'm all ears.
My only idea is to not get killed.
Oh, good one. We're totally in sync.
You're looking well, Chief.
Oh no.